Hi guys, so we're back. I'm actually going to release this one today as well. Just kind of a makeup, and I'm sorry for missing yesterday. And, you know, why not? What's it hurt to do a couple videos one day when I'm actually kind of feeling like it? I can't do much with myself right now, so might as well enjoy being out in my workshop instead. So my other video should be up for a little while before this hits, since I actually just uploaded it. And it is finally time to start on all this decoration, which I'm actually kind of excited about. And we're going to go right on into it. Make sure you guys are where you can see. So we're starting with the easiest piece, just because why not? And since I have this particular brown out, I may go ahead and do the first coat on the base as well. We're going to be much more detail oriented on this part than we were on the horse itself. There's a start there. Did I come down on that here? No, we gotta neaten that up a little bit. There we go. First detail done. And now we're gonna put a little bit more paint down and get a slightly larger brush. And please excuse my awful sniffles. I can't blow my nose. So it has been driving me a little bit bonkers for a few days now. Or for 2 days now, I should say. It's one of those things you don't realize how often you do it until you can't. I do miss blowing my nose. I know that sounds bizarre, but I really, really do. So I'm very intentionally just layering this. Let me make sure you guys can actually see it. I'm going to tilt you down just a teensy bit here. So we're actually leaving the brush strokes in on this. Because we are going to be coming in with other colors over top to kind of recreate a wooden look. I do want to neaten that up a little bit though. Which is why we're doing the big, broad, rough strokes instead of the small, quick detail. And you guys still need to come down further, don't you? There we go. Sorry. get my sponge out of your way. I was not a fan of the weird pink that they had this painted originally. I feel like an unattractive base takes away from the rest of the piece. You want pretty but not over the top for the base. There we go. There's one little spot that just refused to take paint for some reason. Alright, so there's the outer part of the base done. Just very simple, very basic brown. I might need to put a little bit more brown on my plate though. I really do need to eventually get around to buying more, well, that's a special one, I just forgot the word, palettes for my paint. But it really just seems silly to spend money on something when paper plates work just fine. There we go. I really could have put the horse just a couple of centimeters higher and it would have been probably a lot easier for me. But, I don't know, I felt like this looked more correct. I'm just kind of creating an even grain there. I would love to know what the story was on this. Did it come like it was? Did wear and tear just take some of the paint off? Or did somebody decide to repaint it and just kind of realize they were in over their heads and start going really like quick and easy with it, or what? But we're going to make him absolutely gorgeous. That's the goal, at least. So I'm already a much bigger fan of that base than the odd pink color that it was. How are you doing on time? So now I really need to clean out my brush bin again. I'm just kind of looking to see what we've got here. I think pardon me over here debating my color choices. Yeah, that'll be an over the top. go. So now there's not really a plan. I don't have a color scheme in my head. We're just going to go with colors that I feel would be pretty. And if I hate them, we can always go back and change it. I think I still picked too big of a brush. That's better. That is one of my favorite examples. And I do it quite often where I realize, okay, I picked the wrong thing. There's nothing wrong with admitting you made a mistake. Don't commit to your mistake unless you know you can turn it into something, good. There are definitely happy accidents. But if it's things like what I just did where you realize, okay, I picked the wrong brush, put the brush down and get a new one and don't even stress over it. Nobody's perfect. Everybody makes mistakes. Some of us make a lot of them. You can hear my birds complaining that I have been out of the room for too long, apparently. That's okay, though. They definitely have opinions, those little ones. It's definitely fun living in a house where where a good chunk of your pets can actually talk to you. You never know what one day's going to bring from what any day is going to bring, I should say. There we go. Didn't mean to pop that up that far. That's all right. We will cover that up. I am loving this shade of blue. It's just so nice and bright and cheerful. I am a big fan of bright and cheerful, if you haven't noticed from my previous work. And the sound of things, I'd say it's Calliope that's got opinions today. Alright. So I think what we're going to do is go ahead and continue this blue along this. Now I may come over top of it here with a metallic. I don't know yet. Never really know what I'm going to do until I do it. I think it's time to switch brushes again to get a smaller. There we go. If I can get a hold of it. There we go. And once again, if my weird bandaged nose is in your shot, I do apologize. When I have to get in on these details, it gets a little harder to keep it out. It's funny, I'm okay with showing the bandages in my videos, but I would not want to leave my house like this. I'm just not a fan of dealing with the public while looking absolutely pathetic and like I've been beaten up. I don't want people looking at my partner thinking he might have done this. He would never. He's actually been amazing in helping me keep everything taken care of. Because some of these are really, really not easy to manage. And having a partner who takes care of you is definitely an amazing thing. We take care of each other quite a bit because we both seem to end up with some of the most ridiculous injuries you could possibly imagine. And usually because we were doing something we ought not do, or because one of our pets had an opinion. And I say all the time, exotic and special needs pets are not something everybody needs to take on. And what happened here is a very good example of that. Basically, all this was a blind cat heard a sound that he didn't like it. It scared him. He didn't know if it was outside or inside, so his answer was run. And because he is blind, he couldn't see where I was. So I had also slacked off on keeping his claws trimmed up to where they're safe and healthy for both him and myself. And I got a real good reminder of that fact. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm more to blame for what happened to me than anything else. I think we're going to stop there with that color. How are we doing on time? Excuse me. I think we're going to stop there in general because we do have a good start. Definitely made a difference for the look of the horse. So I will be, if I end up not able to go to work tomorrow, I'll get out and do another video tomorrow. If not, then I'll be out here to finish it really fast, hopefully on Thursday. So until then, I will talk to you guys later.